Hey everybody, it's Doc Green, the Road Scholar, coming back at you. Yeah, I'm going to point out a couple. I know I've had pissed some people off with some of my last posts. I don't care. I'll tell you like it is. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it for you. I've told you before. You don't like what I say? Unsubscribe. Bye bye, Felicia. Anyway, I'm going to go over a couple of things here that I've been noticing and that I want you to pay real close attention to. Real close attention to. COVID-19 is not gone, according to the experts. And of course, we know it's real. We know it's here. We're not saying that. But if it's as bad as they said it was, and with all these thousands and thousands of people gathering together for these protests and riots and whatever in all these major cities, and the incubation period for this COVID-19 is 14 days. So from the day one that you get it till day 14, and it's out of your system and you're okay. That's what they tell you. If you got it, put yourself in quarantine for 14 days. That way we know it's to your system. Go back and do what you want to do. But these protesters and rioters have not been going into quarantine. And they've been right next to each other. So the spread rate of this thing is supposed to be so fast and so terrific that if you look, May 25th was a day that George Floyd was murdered. The next day, May 26th, is when the riot started. Today is 1 week later, which means all these people should be hitting the hospital. Our hospitals should be overrun right now. Because remember, they started downbreaking. They started taking all the emergency equipment away and everything. So all these people together and everything, the spread rate of this thing, our hospitals should be overrun. They should be busting at the seams. There should be nobody out there protesting. Everyone should be sick and in bed right now. The whole city of Dallas should be shut down. I don't know about your other cities. I don't know what y'all's populations are. I'm sure LA should be shut down. I'm sure Houston should be shut down. All these places should be closed by now. But they're not. Why? How in the world are all these businesses operating right now? Why are the hospitals not overflooded? And they say right now, they say in Texas, they show numbers, 24,000 new infected, 28,000 new infected. I don't care how many's infected. How many are infected to the point where they are dying, or where they are in bed, or where they're not moving, or where the economy should have been shut down? We could all be infected. If it's not doing us any damage, then we shouldn't be shut down. So the infection rate is not your problem. I want to know the affected rate. How many people are in the hospital right now? You got played. Somebody needs to answer for this. Everyone's going to point fingers and say, well, look what China. Now, screw that. China didn't tell us what it was supposed to do. That's on our government. Somebody here, the CDC, or we can even blame the WHO, I don't know. But somebody lied to us and destroyed the strongest economy in the history of the world. People lost their jobs. People are going further in debt on their houses. People are going further and further behind on their car payments, credit card payments, and everything else because you were lied to. But we're going to be able to prove it at this point. Because, see, I can sit here and say before, I didn't think it was really going to be that bad. But we could never tell because we did go into the full quarantine mode and the social distancing and all that. I tried to warn people, look what you're doing before you do it, but, do what you want to do. But now, everyone got so mad over the murder, and rightfully so, of George Floyd, they came out and they started protesting everything, and all these groups that were separated before have all come together. So now, and here's the funny part. We already know corona was spreading through the black and minority communities faster than the white communities. And that's with the social distancing plan. So now without it, and all these people have come together for these protests and everything in these major metropolitan areas, then these hospitals should be busting at the seams. And they're not. This thing has only got another incubation period of about another 7 days. We were played. we were played out of the best economy in the history of the world. Well, I don't know. They got 7 more days for all these protesters and everything to go back home, spread it to all their family members and everybody else and everything else. So it might happen. But if people aren't starting to flood these hospitals within the next 7 days, actually they should be flooding now. But in the next 7 days, if they're not, then you've been hoaxed. And you need to be pissed. And for business owners and stuff, you're protesting his death, George Floyd's death. You need to start protesting your own financial death. The government needs to make up for this if this is what's going to happen. Talk to y'all later.